Hey everybody, welcome to our call tonight. This is the first time we are actually live on YouTube for an AMA tonight. We've got some exciting news for you, so stick around and listen to what the team has to say. I'm going to turn it over to Peter Gantner. Hey, Peter.
Hey everybody, how's everyone doing? We're excited to be here tonight. Looking forward to this AMA that we're going to do. Now, of course, guys, when we take this off and we bring in the question side of things, we will not be able to answer every question that everybody sends in. We'll answer a few of those. We'll take some of the ones that we can't get to. We'll put those answers in our Telegram. Okay, so that's the idea. We'll answer a few because we'll be, we could end up being on here for longer than YouTube will even let you run, or Zoom or somebody will let you even run it if we answer every question that everybody has. With what happened yesterday and us going into what we're going to be doing the end of next week, there's still some things that we're hammering out the exact details. So some of the questions you guys might ask, we will not have an answer to yet. If we don't, we're going to tell you we don't. We believe in transparency. We believe in, laying our cards on the table. The whole secret thing was not because we wanted to. We were trying to prevent what actually ended up happening yesterday, except for the fact that we kept it secret, made it to where it was not the person who was trying to just make a lot of money. I'll put it that way. That's what they were trying to do. We prevented them from being able to do that because of the way we handled it. If everybody would have had the information, they would have piled in like crazy. I wouldn't have been able to tell whether it was a bot or our people doing it, and we would have ran into a major disaster. Now, because of that situation, I believe we have come up with a brilliant plan to not only help it not affect us. As a matter of fact, I was looking at a project today and they launched, and I don't know if it's legitimate or not. I know ours is because I know everyone that's involved. It was one that did not have a doxed team working on it. So I don't know whether they are or not, but I did see the exact same thing that this person tried to do to our token, to this token, shot up to millions of dollars, and then all the way back down to a few $100,000. Now, why is that important? Well, first of all, anyone who purchased that token on the way up and purchased it near the top, they do not have a great energy, great feeling about that project right now. So they're early adopters who should be the most excited, the most driven, the ones that are going to help make the project with the team. So there's a couple things that it takes to build a huge project. One is you got to have a great team, right? The people that are going to do the day-to-day work. But even more importantly than that, you have to have a dedicated, loyal community that believes in that team that they can pull off. And then the third is a great concept, right? That's going to bring value to society beyond just being a token holder. If it's just a token holder, at some point, it's a one-legged stool, right? It can, you can balance on it, but it's not going to stand up on its own. Value is one of those legs to the stool that it's able to generate some type of funding, some type of internal revenue that's coming in. And I know a lot of people, when I say things like that, will go, well, what about Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the utility, the value in Bitcoin is that it is a store of value. It also has one thing that none of the rest has, and that it was the first, okay? And you've always heard that first mover advantage is a huge, huge advantage, and it has that. It's the mother of it, right? It birthed the entire crypto space, and that allowed for us to be able to be doing this right now. The entire blockchain, the whole idea and the concept of that came off of the ideas. Now, they collected it from other places to put it together, but Satoshi's the one that nailed it and was able to get it out there. And then, of course, for it to turn into what it is, right? So even though I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist, I love the Bitcoin maximalists because they're the ones that stuck with it through thick and thin for it to get to where it is. And that's where the value of the entire crypto industry, or the success that it's creating, has come from. So with that, we are going to tonight, guys, take off the secret. Okay, we will be revealing, because of the things we've put in place, and this is what I'm excited about. no one would have to do it the way that we did it, with keeping everything secret to try to prevent this. We're doing and launching solutions that will allow for people to boldly say, here's our project, and not have to worry about bots hijacking things and doing it. I've seen a lot of these things, and most of the time I think it's the founders of the projects think, well, there's nothing we can do about it. We'll just do it that way and we'll have to live with it. Well, that's not us. We're not living with something that's wrong. We're going to figure out a solution and fix it. And that's what we're doing. So next week, I'm going to say, guys, our goal is to launch on Thursday. However, this is a huge undertaking that we're doing to put this together. So I'm going to kind of couch that with, we are going to launch sometime between next Thursday and the following Tuesday. Okay. We're going to give ourselves a window there to get it done. It is my goal and this team's goal to get it done by Thursday. However, there's some guy named Murphy, right, who sometimes gets involved. He's not involved in the project right this second, but he may decide to enter it. And if he does, then it may take us till Monday or Tuesday to get that done. So that is our goal right up from the beginning, is for us to launch Thursday. However, it may be into the first part of the following week up till Tuesday. If someone can grab those days so we can give the day, not just the day of the week, but the actual physical day on that, that would be perfect. I believe it's going to be the 11th, maybe 10th of the 11th, and then probably like the 14th or 15th or something like that, sometime in between there. All right. Well, so I know we had some timing here. Is there anything else anybody else would like to cover real quickly about maybe yesterday? Any thoughts or things you would like to say? Oh, before I do that, I want to say thank you guys. Okay. The strength that you guys gave us once the event took place, the sticking with us, the kudos, the positiveness that you guys generated made probably one of the worst things that ever happened to me. And I, broke my foot off just about one time, and this was way worse, right? It was amazing, the reaction that you guys gave us back. And that absolutely is the power that we will, I'm telling you, I might even raise the goal from our $50 billion goal to like 100 billion, because you guys made it possible for us to realize the foundation that we're putting in place for this, what we're doing, right? I mean, it just absolutely amazing. And I'm not saying that just from my perspective. I've talked to several people on the programming side and on other areas, and they've worked on quite a few projects, and they have never seen anything like what you guys pulled off and what you guys did. We did what we do, right? I don't, it's natural to us, right? There's a problem. What's the solution? How are we going to fix it? That's for us. We've built the team over the last 5 years that just solves stuff and gets it done. What you guys did was absolutely spectacular, and I appreciate it, and I love you guys for it. And it gives me the strength to continue to come through. And I got to tell you, in the last 24 hours, or I guess it's been a little over 24 hours, I've had more ideas. I've figured out more solutions faster than usual. And it's the power that you guys give us. So I guess we can play that song right now, The Wind Beneath My Wings, right? We could play that right now, because you guys are the wind beneath our wings, and we're going to soar like crazy. I know that was a little corny, but Doug's laughing at it going, oh my God, he didn't go there, did he? I did go there, and I'm appreciative, and I thank you guys for that. Corey, are we ready? Did you want to, did I talk long enough for us to get ready and be ready to go? Or where are we at, buddy?
Yeah, we're going to be ready in just a minute.
In just a minute. So, Doug, for that 1 minute, would you like to say something?
I just want to echo what you just said. I just ran into some buddies that are in this, and I've been talking to people since yesterday nonstop. And I give credit. Yeah, everybody was extremely supportive, but I also give credit to you guys that you could see what was going on, and you could see the vision that came into view from this, and how it is going to be a better scenario for everybody, and you guys caught it, you understood it, and you felt the excitement that we felt, that yeah, something went wrong, but yet the power of I think destiny, I'll just call it destiny. The power of destiny was in full force yesterday, because what it created was something that, yeah, we were going to do something like this down the road, but what it created from yesterday to what's going to be next week, wow. It just took this thing up so many X factors, guys. And you guys all saw it. You guys all felt it. You understood it. And so I just want to give huge kudos to you guys for being able to not get lost in the moment, but to be able to think outside the box with us and take that journey with us, and then end up, we're going to end up at a much better place because of it. So, big kudos to you guys. Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, I think we are ready for the next step, if everybody else is.
I don't know. Is everybody ready? I mean, out there in YouTube land, is everybody ready? Is everybody ready here?
Ready.
All right. All right. I'm going to ask that everybody on the panel go ahead and turn your cameras off for this, because I don't want anybody to miss this video. All right, here we go. Get it out there. All right, let me give you a 1, 2, 3. We did it.
The pow.
Get my camera on. Woo!
How was that video for you guys, by the way?
How was it? What?
Was it good? I mean, was it good for you guys? I was just trying to get some feedback. Was it
It was a little jumpy.
Yeah, it's we really need to get it out to people to watch on their own, guys. It is such an it's still moving to me when I watch it come around, knowing the story, how it all came about, when the coin starts to come together, and when it just at the end just does that spin and it's just there. It's amazing for at least to me. I hope it is the same to you guys. I can't see the chat on YouTube, so Corey's going to have to translate a little bit. I should have jumped on my phone. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that because I want to see the responses from you guys and what we've got going on there. Corey's already starting to collect some questions, guys, and putting them over in the chat. So if you have a question, you can actually put it right, Corey, in YouTube.
Yeah, I got some questions in the Zoom chat for us here.
Perfect.
I'm going to play it one more. I'm going to play it one more time.
Please
guys.
play it one more time. Exactly.
I'm going to play it one more time. I think I've got it. My Wi-Fi is actually stable at this very second. So
yes, let's go for it.
Let's hold tight. Everybody hold their breath for 26 seconds.
Okay, this time while it's being played, let your background show, but duck out of the way. Let's just have it full backgrounds now while the video plays. You got it, Corey?
I got it. All right, guys, here we go. By the way, welcome to TruBadger.
TruBadger, we can say it finally.
Corey, why don't we play it one more time, guys? And I want to just point out something as it's playing, guys, that is very important about how this video is put together. So this is the building of the coin, of course, the work in the background, the sacrifice, the time, and the effort. This is all of you guys, a community of people coming together for one singular focus to achieve financial success for all token holders. Right there, think of yourself, you're one of those tokens getting ready to come together in that one singular force.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna get to the story for you guys and everything. It's coming. Just here we go, man. I am so proud. Peter, go ahead and remove that badge of honor.
Yeah,
that
you forgot to
Badger of
untape
honor you have
yourself.
there.
Oh my goodness, I had it on so long and I was gonna get in so much trouble for taking it off. The other day when I peeled it up a little bit, I saw Corey's face and I'm like, oh shoot, he hates me forever now. It's over with, right? It's all of a sudden I'm just, I'm in trouble.
I was thinking it was better you than me.
Look at this. Hold on.
There he is.
I get to take that off. Woo. Guys, we are loaded up. Let me see if I can get in front of it. There you go. There's my tumbler that I can drink out of on a daily basis. If we need a little coffee to get us going in the morning, we've got our coffee cup. We've got a mouse pad there to do all our mousing on.
No, it's a badger pad. Badger
pad, unbelievable. So real quick, guys, why did we choose this name and why did we choose the badger? If you really look into the badger, it is a creature that is fearless. It doesn't matter if something's 10 times its size. It is willing to go out and mix it up a little bit, right? It's willing to go at it and put it together. And really, all of us, even as a community right now, we're still small in the space of this giant, crypto space that's out there. And the story is essentially that we're not slaying a giant. We're learning to benefit from it and to move it forward. And that's how we are coming together. So we are all Truman in the fact that together we can conquer the blockchain and help make it better. We can improve, right, the blockchain by coming together and mixing it up a little bit with it. So the badger is also someone who solves problems. It's an actual animal. If you look into it, if something is too tall for it, it will literally build little mud balls and build a pile for it to raise itself up. So it's smart. It's a problem solver. It's fierce. Okay. So, and we'll be posting a video that or an image that somebody created that talked about that all CEOs of companies need to be badgers, and it's very good. We found it and said this is the image that, and by the way, that's not me, it's us. Okay, we all coming together. We've believed in, we worked on over the last 5 years the power of leverage and the power of collectiveness. And that is what drives the blockchain and where it is. The blockchain, when you launch a blockchain thing, it's not just in your country, right? Normally when you launch a businesses like Coca-Cola were launched in the US. Even a lot of .coms, their main focus is in the US when they launch. In the blockchain space, essentially you're launching global businesses right out of the gate. And that's the reason why things move so fast and they're so powerful. And so that's the essence of it. And that's why we've moved through. And of course, the true part is not just the truth, guys. It's the transparency that we will be delivering as a project. So if you guys know us, we let you know good news. And then we also will share if there's something that's a little disappointing or maybe not working out as well as we are, because we know that that will help us come up with solutions and moving forward. One of the very unique things that we're doing here is when you look at a lot of deflationary reflection tokens, and I've talked about this before, they talk about being community driven. I'm sorry, I do not know what that means unless there's governance in place. If there's governance in place, then you can truly vote your opinion, vote for what you want, then that is community driven. me saying that, hey, I'm a great person and I'm going to do what the community wants, and we're going to take the community's temperature and then let that be our community driven. That is not what we are going to do here. It'll take us probably about 6 months, 9 on the outside, I would say, to form the foundation and then put a governance in place where you, if you want to, you don't have to do it. It's if you say, you know what, I care about where this token is going, you will be able to vote on issues, things, and the direction that we're heading in. We've even made it to where a lot of the projects out there have done what's called renouncing ownership of the project. We're not doing that. The ownership will be put into a foundation. We're not renouncing it, because once you renounce it, there can't be changes made. It is up to you guys. And I want to correct one thing in our white paper is it says that the money that's permanently put into LP will always be put into LP. That is true until we put the foundation together and the governance is placed. At that point, then it will be up to the community to decide if that money or when that money can be used for something else and go from there. The full future of this token will be put into it. We're not just going and saying, hey, that looks like good governance, and this is why it's going to take a little bit of time. We're not just saying that looks like good governance, and here's what we're doing. And you guys, if you like it, great, do it with us. We are going to be analyzing, and I've already started doing it, but as a team, we're going to be analyzing what governance is being used for certain tokens, okay, that are already out there. What does Polkadot use? What does PCX use? What do these use? And then we're going to analyze that data, that information, and we are going to build a unique set of governance. And we're going to start doing governance before we get our governance in place, because we're going to submit to you guys that governance and then take feedback from the community for probably just about a 7 to 14 days. And then we'll take that feedback, we'll sit down, look at it, and then analyze that, and then either say, yes, what we came up with is there's enough support out there. So we're going to put this thing forward for a vote, and it's going to pass because you guys are going to be part of being in the development of it and where we go from here. So governance before governance, right, is going to be the name of the day. I am not the owner of this project, guys. We founded it. We work on it. This team, the people that you see here, we work for token holders. Now, I work for myself because I am a token holder, right? Once everything's done, and we're going to answer some questions. People are asking about, what about the tokens that were there? What's coming on? What about prices? All that stuff we are going to reveal. And I think you guys are going to be very excited about what we come up with to get it done. Now, we're going to give you some details tonight, guys. We're in the process of building programs and doing stuff. Sometimes you have an idea and the programmers will say, yeah, we can do that. And then they start to do it. And there's like that might not actually work the way we want it to. So there is a little wiggle room on us making some slight changes here and there to what is going on, just like we did with the white paper, because it said all the funds are permanently locked for LP, but really they're not, because that's not my choice to make. That's the community's choice to make. We're locking it permanently until the governance is in place, because that's a foundation. But at the end of the day, you're going to be there. Also, too, guys, if you are wealthy, there is no way when we're done with this governance that wealth will ever buy you a sustaining vote in our governance, okay? Somebody could buy 99% of the tokens up, and they still will not have the overriding vote in what this is. It will always be the 1% of token holders, if somebody bought 99% of them, would override and would have the determination of the direction that the token is holding into. And I don't believe that they'll ever be able to get that much, because the first ones are going to be distributed to an incredible group of people. And I don't know, it's going to be pretty hard maybe to get those people to give up their tokens at any early point. So the way we'll do this is we'll end up with it spread out to enough token holders where I believe it'll be impossible for anybody to even get close to that percentage of ownership of what we are doing and where we're headed for. I know there's a lot of people working hard in the blockchain space, guys, and doing great stuff. My hats are off to people like Polkadot and ADA. And I mean, the wealth that they are creating for people is unbelievable. taking a project and putting a token out there for pennies, and then knowing that they have the next great idea that's going to become a multi-billion-dollar, maybe even a trillion-dollar company, and saying, and this is the part that I love about blockchain, okay? And I'm going to finish up here because I don't want to take too long. We don't want to be on here all night. And you guys know I can talk all night about this, okay? Because this is, 5 years ago, came up with a business concept, and the blockchain represents it so clearly and so perfectly. And that is that to be somebody in the blockchain space and start a business knowing that you have the next trillion-dollar concept, and saying, you know what, we're going to give 80%, 90%, some is 95%, different amounts out right now for a small amount of capital is absolutely, they should be commended. And so, but guess what? We're going to run our race, and we're going to build what we're doing. This team and anybody that becomes part of this team will have the same focus that we're starting with. And that is everything we do, every step we take, builds value for you, TruBadger holders. That is what we'll do when we wake up in the morning. It's what we're going to be thinking about when we go to sleep at night. And it's every action that this organization takes will be for that. So this is your organization. Again, it'll be a foundation. Who owns the foundation? Token holders. If you own one token, then you're a holder in this foundation and in this, and you will be having the chance to have governance in our token. Let's see. Where are we at? So real quick, did we get a lot of feedback on our name and what we're headed to? I do. I see it. The chat's over here, guys, and I'm looking this way because it's usually I set my camera up over here when I'm doing YouTube, or my phone over here on YouTube's, but I didn't want it in my way and it to distract me. I wanted to stay focused on it.
Hey, Peter, so can you speak to this? Because this is actually one of my, I can really relate with this. So we've had a comment that somebody says, is this a meme coin? What's happening with this?
So if you guys look into the psychology of memes, you look at it and you go, why does tokens like Doge have the power that they have? Memes actually have a very scientific, there's actually studies done on the value that they create. So being a meme coin does not mean it does not create value. Otherwise, you wouldn't have meme coins worth $50 billion. So they do have a value. And so, yeah, we're in that category. But our value goes way beyond that, because as a token holder of a TruBadger token holder, there is value being created through what? Creating value for people, services, businesses, something that you would exchange money for. Not just, hey, I want to give you $1, give me a TruBadger. Give me $1 or a token, right? Because we're moving into that space. Give me a token that has a value to it, and I'm going to provide you with a service that's going to create value for you. Just like Amazon does, just like any other company out there does. They create value. So yeah, meme. Value, though, is going to come from so many other ways. So first of all, the value of TruBadger, if you look at the white paper, is that you get staking rewards, right? And that is in the form of reflection. You don't have to give us your tokens to stake. You get that reflection anyway. So 100% of the owners, the holders of TruBadger, participate in that reflection, which is part of the tax. And you'll see there are actually about 7 utilities to this token, and that is in the white paper. So you want to classify us as a meme coin? Fantastic. But we are a meme coin with a purpose, and a meme coin that's going to deliver some of the most innovative products and services in the world. So I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. So when I was a kid, I was in school and they said there's 7 billion people on the earth. Now you guys have to understand, I was born an entrepreneur. The second I came out, I was already thinking of business ideas and concepts. And that's all I can ever remember wanting to be. Never wanted to be a fireman, never wanted to be a postman, never wanted to be anything. Especially, I never wanted to be a financial advisor. Okay, so let's get that one on the table. That was never anything that I wanted to be. I wanted to be an entrepreneur and build businesses and be involved with it. And I lost my train of thought there for a second, but that's okay. It's going to come back.
Yeah. So when you were born thinking about being an entrepreneur, but when you were in first grade or 7 years
the
old.
Story. Okay. So thank you, Deb. So when I was a young kid, I thought, man, if I could just figure out how to get a penny from everybody in there, because the teacher said there's 7 billion people on the planet. I'm doing the math in my head, 7 billion people. Holy smokes, that's like $70 million. If I can only get 1 penny, people don't even stop to pick up a penny on the street. They walk right by it. It's something that people wouldn't even pick up. And if I could just figure out how to get one, it was never possible. It is going to be possible here. And we are going to figure out not one, but several ways for the troop to build value behind TruBadger to deliver value to people where they're willing to go, you know what? I'm willing to give a penny. And the beauty of the blockchain, and you don't hear this a lot from a lot of people, one of the powers of it is microtransactions. Being able to transact for pennies or tenths of or hundredths of a penny, have that transaction go through. All of a sudden, imagine entertainment if you could just get fractions of a penny for somebody watching a piece of content. It changes the game completely. Music, there are so many ways that things change. So we're going to jump into it, guys, and we're going to get into there. Let's start. So Doug, you want to say something, and then we'll start answering some questions. Corey, would you like to say something? So Corey, Doug, anybody on the panel who'd like to say something short, then we're going to jump in and answer questions, because I've already used up about 30 minutes.
Yeah, I just real quick, I just wanted to say I see a lot of questions. So guys, TruBadger, the name of the TruBadger is Truman. And I see a lot of people throwing some names around. He is named, his name's Truman. And after Doug goes and after Peter maybe answers, I'd like to just show the website, because it's a thing of beauty. But I'm gonna pass it over to Doug, and then maybe we can go through the website real quick and show people what we got going on.
Yeah, no, I love it. You know, and there's a lot of comments, and I've been asking questions in the Digi chat and the Cooler Brands chat. But one of my buddies, Ron, said, and I'm going to just leave it with this one, guys. Also, I will wear the logo proudly on the golf course and elsewhere, because it will prompt the question 100% of the time.
All right. So anybody else would like to say anything before I answer? We're going to answer, like I said, about 5 to 10 questions, guys. And then we're going to have an AMA that is just questions, no opening statement from me, and kind of getting into it. We're just going to go from question to question, and we'll collect those ahead of time so we can group them together and get a lot of questions answered. We'll do that sometime over the next. We may wait till after we launch next week, or we may do 1 or 2 before then. I don't know. I'll have to talk with Corey on that schedule and Doug and see where we're at from there. So I'm just going to start answering some questions. So the first question is, let's see. A matter of fact, would someone like to read the questions, and then I'll answer the questions?
I'm happy to read them.
Okay, let's do that.
All right. The first one is, how will the price be impacted with the initial buying if one bot can run up the market cap to 30 million by itself?
Okay, excellent. So guys, the reason why this happened is normally when people put tokens up, they put up a very low amount of liquidity, and then they start adding people. We didn't do that. We want a solid floor. We put up 50,000 liquidity, and the bot got in because we held back the contract adders. Usually the bots blend in, and you don't know the bot's doing what the bot's doing because they have their 200, 300, 400 people buying at the same time. And so it looks like there's lots of people buying, but there's really one that's driving it up. How do you prevent that from happening? First of all, token holders, okay? And the concept that we're going to be rolling out next week will allow us to put in 1,000+ token holders prior to us going into the marketplace. We are also going to do a way where instead of the liquidity being put in at once, it will be staged in over the course of maybe an hour. We're still working on the math on how this will happen, but the liquidity that we collect through how we're going to do it, which will be about $250,000 in liquidity going into this, which means that, and again, there's no set number, but that will put should put our valuation above what anybody that initially gets involved with us that were involved with us before. So we've taken a snapshot of the Telegram. We've collected a lot of data already, and we're going to put a system in place that rewards the people that were here with us yesterday when they thought, okay, we're going to be ready to go, and that have inspired us. Let's put it that way. The people that have inspired us to come up with solutions and continue to move forward. So what will happen is there'll be a way for everyone that was in that chat, everyone we captured, to get the token through a swap. Okay, you're not buying a token. We're swapping for this token at the initial 9 zeros and a 7.5. And then that price will be raised, and everyone that's involved will get some more at the next price value. And then it will be raised again, and everybody will get some more at the next price value. Okay. And then the remaining part of your that you want to do, that you've made your own decision to do, you will then go and put on when we go on to, and here's the big one, guys, we may not just go to PancakeSwap. We are looking at possibly going right away to a central exchange. So being on like a PancakeSwap and a central exchange, or just a central exchange, or just PancakeSwap. We don't know yet, but that's what our plans are looking like. So you may be able to go to some place like, I don't know, it starts with a K maybe, or one of the other ones, and you might be able to do it there on that part of it. Now, no guarantees on that. That is something that we're still working on and putting together. All right. So dates Peter asked for, Vicky put in here. So it's June 10th through the 15th will be our launch. Our target is the 10th. But again, we may need to push it off a few days here because we want to launch right and do it and do what it is. I'm going to say this, guys. If we did not do the way we did it right now, there would be a lot of you guys that would have lost money temporarily, because we're going to build this way beyond anything they would have done it to. So if they would have ran it up to 30 million and somebody came in and bought it. But here's the problem. You would have said he spent $100, and now your $100 is worth $60 or $40 or $30. That does not inspire you to want to go out and share it. We'd have to get it back to your $100, and then you'd be like, all right, now let's go. I'm back. I don't want you to have to get back to anything. It is going to go up and it is going to come back down. But I want our base to say, you know what? It went up and it came back down, but I'm still up 300x or 500x or 600x. So now let's go get it back above even where it's gone to. So that is the where we're headed to. What happened to the coins that were bought? So there's another beautiful thing, guys. There were no coins bought or distributed. The few that did it on the bot side, they have them in their wallets. They will be replaced with new ones. Theirs will have no value on it whatsoever. Their value is dead on what they did on the bot. There are one or two people that were not bots that just happened to run across it. However way, we are going to be getting them tokens for their BNB that's there. So there were a couple of people that happened to. I haven't identified a couple of them yet, but I will take the time and we'll put it out there, and maybe possibly put the wallet addresses out there. Or if you are somebody who happened to run across it and you bought some tokens, please let us know so we can make that right for you and put everything in its place. Okay.
Hey Peter, what makes TruBadger more appealing than, say, SafeMoon?
I would say I don't know the guys over at SafeMoon, and I applaud them as well for what they've done. We were looking at doing a concept, and we were going in a different direction. It was their success that led us here. I can say this: the biggest difference is the experience of the team and the success that they've created in their lifetimes. Right? I know Doug built a business into multiple millions and sold it off. We've built community that is unlike any other. I've had success. I've been in Forbes Magazine, Wall Street Journal. This is a team that's come together. We're seasoned at what we do. Also, I would say that this team, the creativeness and the ability to maybe even see a little into the future and figure out where things are going is unlike any other that I've ever met in my life. So we are going to be more innovative, not just in SafeMoon, than every single token out there that I know of, the amount of innovation in that. The other side of it too is the way that we, and an example is yesterday with what happened. Guys, we beat the bot attack and made it to where nobody else got hurt. A couple of people have called and told me, hey, they were part of other deals like this, and the owners didn't handle it the way you guys did, and they lost money on it, and so did a lot of other people. So I think that alone in itself shows, where it is. Also, to look at the branding, look at the stuff that we've put together. We're not a $1 billion market cap. We're just starting, and we've done this on a small budget. That the founders all purchased tokens in order to put the cash together. So myself and Corey and everybody that's involved as a founder, and even on the promotional side and stuff. And we've created some great stuff. And you guys haven't seen anything. We will be doing things in marketing and stuff that no one else has done yet. And you'll start seeing those roll out over the next few weeks and things like that. So that is really what makes us, you're not dealing with somebody who just said, hey, this is cool space, the token side of things. And software wise as well. If you don't know what Digibot is, which some of you or a lot of you guys do, the technology that went into that, we're bringing that to the table. So business knowledge, it's just the list goes on and on and on. And I want the SafeMoon team to continue to succeed. I just believe in us more than I believe in anyone else, and I believe we will succeed above and beyond. And we hope that they're not far behind us someday, right? I know that's a little bit cocky, but remember, we're badgers. We're not afraid of anything. We're fierce, right? We're going to go out there and command. So we would love for them to keep a close second to us at some point in time. And Corey's going, oh my God, please be quiet. We don't want the SafeMoon people mad at us. I love the SafeMoon people, guys. Do not ever be mad at us.
I think we all own a little SafeMoon, don't we? Everybody
We all
owns
do.
Probably so. But I got to tell you guys, as we rise, rising tide raises all ships. As long as they stay on the path and keep moving things forward, they'll rise with us as well. So we're about improvement here. There's a lot of room for multiple companies to succeed and move forward in this space. All right, Dad. Sorry, guys. And I don't give short answers. This is the reason why we'll never get a lot of questions. You're never going to get a short answer from me, because I'm going to make sure that I get the point across. So I do apologize if you're like, this guy answers 2-second questions in 42 minutes. That's me.
Well, this next one is a great question, and you're going to want to go into detail on this one. So what is the total supply of the TruBadger token, and what are we doing with all those tokens?
Very good. So 1 quadrillion tokens, 200 trillion are being burned. 180 were purchased for the initial funding that we brought in the door, which is at about a 440, 450 market cap. Then the rest will be used. 20 trillion are in a wallet, or will be in a wallet, because we're reminting everything. Will be in a wallet for contests. And those will only be used for contests to drive social media, move things forward, get things across when we're launching new products, things like that. And then the balance, 100% of the balance will be swapped in a swap with you guys, and will be put into the liquidity pools. So there will be no other tokens. The way the contract is done, there's no minting feature to it. So that has been killed. So what starts out is what is the maximum. That's the 1 quadrillion. Immediately, the 20 billion are going to be put in the burn wallet. We don't actually, guys, go out and it's like starting a fire in your backyard and set it on fire, right?
Wait, I thought we were doing burn parties once a week. Weren't we getting together to burn the tokens?
We are going to get together. That's another great thing to bring up, guys. A lot of people do auto burns, and they just have a calculator that's going up. Us knowing community the way that we do, and this is something that we are masters at doing, because we believe in it so much, that we've gotten very good at it. The reason why we'll do weekly burns is it's very important to people to get together and share in one of the most valuable aspects of the token. And that is a reducing supply of the token, right? The fact that there's less today than there was yesterday on a weekly basis. And by the way, we love to have parties. We love to get together. We love to be able to, even if they're virtual, even if they're online, which is another factor that we'll be doing. We will be having a live event. We'll be getting details out in the first few days of October in Las Vegas. So we'll have our first live event. It'll be limited to about 500 or 600 people to come to it. We'll get you guys details on that. But we are going to be having the first TruBadger live event.
You got to get used to which side your logo's on.
I know.
I love it. Please speak to the limits on purchasing.
Okay, yeah, excellent. We put a limit on, guys, and that is an anti-whale thing. It will stay on, and it also gives other people a chance. So let's say I do have a large supply of it, and I decide, yeah, I want to exit. Instead of me going, let's say I ended up with 8 trillion tokens, which sounds like a lot, but if there's 800 trillion out there, it's only 1% of the supply. With a 2 trillion max, I have to do mine in 4 different transactions, which will take time, which then gives you the ability to go, you know what, somebody's selling who has a lot of them. I'd like to try to get out at a higher price. So instead of them just selling all of them and having the price drop, in a dramatic fashion, they need to do it over 4 things, which gives people a chance to react in the marketplace. And that it also gives them a chance to think about what they're doing, hopefully, and go, you know what, I don't need to. So it also, we're trying to prevent manipulation for someone that comes in and says, let me buy a bunch while it's going up. I'll dump them really quickly, bring the price back down, only to buy more, to do it again and again and again and again. We can't completely eliminate that because that's just part of the markets, but we're doing our best, and that's for the limitation that's in there.
You kind of touched on this question. I just want to make sure it's clear. So somebody has been to the website, which Corey is going to show next, and said, why does it already show that there are 14 holders?
So that is not accurate information, guys. We just needed something there as a placeholder to build the website. So that will be dynamic, meaning it'll be hooked up to an API when it is there. So there needs to be a dynamic market cap. There needs to be dynamic stuff. So that is only simply there as an example. And that's why we didn't put the website out until we were ready to launch the token. We are doing it now. Oh, I can say TruBadger. I brainwashed myself to say token so much.
Wow, you finally.
So when we're ready to launch TruBadger, those will become live right there. And then they'll have the actual, current numbers on there. So they're, again, just a placeholder. That's why we're not driving tons of traffic there at this point. And we'll do that when Thursday comes along. We still want to keep this to, the group that we have. I think we're going to turn the Telegram back on. I'm going to leave that up to Corey. Corey's going to give you the social media plan and everything when I'm done. We're going to answer one more question, guys, and then we'll get the rest in the Telegram chat, because I know that Corey wants to show the website and we don't want to be on here all night. Go ahead, Rhonda.
How many times did you actually say the word TruBadger in a YouTube or a call before we launched TruBadger?
I did say it in one YouTube video. One call, I said Badger. The one when I gave all the different names, I said Badger, but I didn't say TruBadger, but I did say Badger. And Corey was so worried before that call that I said, I know what I'm going to do. I was joking with Corey, actually. I was driving down the road. I was joking with Corey that I'm going to come up with all these other names. And he says, no. Then I thought, wait a minute. That's how I prevent myself from saying the name. I just say so many names that even if I do say it, nobody will notice it because I already said 30 or 40 names. So
we should ask that. How many hours go into editing trying to take the word badger out of videos?
Yeah. So guys, I am very proud that future companies will not need to do this. Okay. We are going to put the solutions in place to prevent this from happening. Some are so simple. You think, why didn't anybody else do this? Right. When you look at how it'll be done. But we will eliminate a lot of this from this. And I got to tell you, almost every token that was doing an IDO or a launch fought against the bots, and it harmed a lot of brands. If you guys have heard of Rarible, they were attacked. They were, accused of not putting the tokens out at the 3 cents mark that they said they were going to do it. They had to show that they did it. A bot came in, bought them all up, and then resold them. They even sold some of these tokens to people I love at $4, $5, $6. Look at Corey's face when I say that. He's being stoic right now. And then, of course, the price came dramatically down. And someday, I know it's going to get back up there to where Corey purchased it at, right? So again, and that's the only one situation. I'm only pointing that out. There are situations where Peter bought tokens and the bots got it, and they are worth less than what I paid for them right now. we can't completely stop that, guys, because the market will determine what the value is. What we can do is come up with an organized way for launches to happen so people are not getting dramatically hurt, paying $6 for a $52 token, right? And having them come back down 24 hours later and that type of stuff. The one thing I will say this, guys, at some point in time, a bear market will come back to this. We will be prepared and ready for that to happen, for us to build stronger through it. And then the next bull market, watch out. And then it's going to happen again. Every single time we will be prepared for it. We will go through it and we will come out the other side so much better each and every single time. So if there are any other questions, guys, we're going to compile those together and we'll get those answers in the Telegram. Corey, have we collected those and put those together? So if there's any last minute questions, throw them in there. We're going to collect them and get them together. I'm going to have Corey go through the website. We're actually already over, guys. We're at about 41 minutes. So Corey's going to have a quick few minutes to go through the website, and then we will go ahead and say thank you and call it a night. We will be setting up another call. We can go a little bit longer. We did the introduction and all that stuff, and I wanted to get the idea out there of what TruBadger meant. It's just not a name we randomly picked out of the hat. There's thought behind it, as well as the video. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Corey. Corey's going to finish out the call, guys, with showing you guys the website, and then he's going to give you the information on what we're going to be doing social media-wise and meeting-wise, and then we'll go from there. Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
Thanks, Peter. Fabulous, fabulous call. We got a lot of excited people out there. And thank you guys for joining. Just on the social media side of things, we have put a full-on assault of the doors opening on all of our social media tonight, guys. We're going to be rolling things out for you step by step so that you guys can get excited and really join in on the fun with us. So the Telegram group, we've got a Telegram group and channel we will be opening the doors to at midnight tonight, PDT. So watch for that. The name of the Telegram chat is TruBadger Official. That's our chat. And then we have a TruBadger Official Announcements is the name of our channel. So head on in there and have some fun, guys. You're going to be in there in the right spot for all the great information up in the pinned posts. And man, we are just absolutely, I'm proud. I'm going to roll through the website with you guys. This is an absolute masterpiece, in my opinion. We've hired the best of the best, a hyper-realism artist, and we've actually brought the website to life for you guys. And I really wish he was on the call tonight. I'm not sure if he was notified, but he is going to get a private tour by myself later. So here we go, guys. Welcome to, can you guys see that okay? TruBadger, there you go. All right, guys. So as you see, the lightning has brought the website to life. When we thought about the story of TruBadger, Truman, as he faces off against the giant, you know, really the story of Truman is the story of you, the token holder, because when you walk into an industry or you've been around the space, especially in the crypto industry, it's overwhelming and it can be a lot at once, especially if you have not delved into the crypto space before. There is so much information about blockchain and cryptocurrency, and it seems that everyone that you talk to at this point in time is staring at you with a deer in the headlights kind of stare, not knowing what you're talking about. But it can be overwhelming, but not only overwhelming, it can be a manipulative space, and by people that have been in the space. It could be a spot where, you know, like Peter was saying, I've gotten scammed, lied to, manipulated, you know, every which way. And that can seem like you're going up against a giant. And it's always feeling like the little man or the little woman in a situation. In all of our lives, we feel like we have never had the upper hand and always the underdog. So this is the story of Truman. This is the story of you. It's time that this token stands for you, the truth, the integrity, and what it's going to take to have the abundance that you deserve in your life. So that's the concept, the story from an artistic side of things in Truman and the TruBadger. I'm still like hesitant to say the name still. It hasn't like sunk in yet. So TruBadger is a once in a lifetime deflationary reflection and utility DeFi token, guys. We do have the white paper up at the top there. It will be downloadable probably first thing tomorrow morning. We do have it available in the Telegram chat and announcement channel as we speak. Go check that out at your leisure. You're going to want to read through it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's anything but a white paper. It's got beautiful colors, and more importantly, it's got some of the greatest information I think is really going to help you to make a decision on whether you want to be a TruBadger token holder or not. So I'm just going to quickly scroll through the website. I know we're running through on time here, but once we are going through this website, you guys can, here's the video that we just watched, 5 years in the making. For those that weren't on the previous calls and just here for the first time on YouTube, this is a culmination of pain, sacrifice, joys, celebrations, a lot of downs with some ups, and really the culmination of an incredible team with years and years of experience in so many different areas and skills and skill sets, and everywhere. And the reach is just incredible with this team. There's tons of incredible talent here. So watch that video on your own. That's going to really pump you up. You guys, this website took an incredible amount of thought and meticulousness with what we have seen out there, what is missing, what needs to be added, how to simplify it, make it super user friendly. Once we launch next week, you're going to see how really easy it is to become a TruBadger token holder. So Peter went over the tokenomics with you guys. This is plainly out there for you guys to see. We don't need to go through that. We can do more calls on that. Peter talked about the anti-whale. One of my favorite things, guys, I just want to stop at this point for a second here, is the growing ecosystem of TruBadger. The vision that is laid out for you guys goes well beyond this roadmap I'm about to show you. Peter's vision, Doug's vision, the team's vision of what TruBadger is going to turn into with this entire ecosystem. You guys are going to be absolutely blown away. And you guys, as the token holder, are our number one asset, our number one priority. And that, my friends, is going to take us to levels that you have not seen before with any other token. A lot of times you'll hear that said, or maybe, hey, we're different. But you bet your badger that we're going to back it up with the walk. And I keep hearing, but what's your utility of the token? And well, it's laid out right here in black and white and a little bit of blue. Just really quickly, I'm just going to go through it really quickly because I think it's so important, and it's really good, is what gets me excited when I talk about TruBadger, is the reflection of the 1%, the deflationary 1%, and coin stability funds permanently designated to the liquidity pool of 4%. Marketing and promotion facilitating TruBadger community growth, 1% goes to that marketing fund. 1% goes to the innovation and projects fund, driving innovation and development of the blockchain projects. This particularly, guys, without going into too much detail, is crucial for longevity in TruBadger. It's crucial in growing and seeing the level of growth that you see a lot of projects.
To prevent a little bit of confusion, guys, they liked putting ones in. The reflection is actually 3%. Okay.
Yeah.
Normally I don't want to jump into it, but that's an error that we need to get them. We've mentioned it to them. I think they just keep missing it because there were so many ones. They decided to put that extra.
Throw me a 1. If you saw reflection, should be a 3. Yes, reflection is 3, guys. Thank you, Peter, for that. It did feel funny when I read that. So yeah, creating the long-term value for token holders, used as commerce on future TruBadger projects, and to identify the grant governance rights once implemented. The roadmap, guys, check it out when you have a second. Go out there and check out the roadmap. This has been carefully planned, executed, and when you see, as you scroll through, you'll see that there is so much excitement ahead for you guys as token holders should you decide to hold the TruBadger token. I will tell you this, and maybe Peter hasn't told you this. 2022 is looking already pretty planned out for us. We just haven't added it to the site yet. Look at this, guys. This is one of my favorite parts. A new dawn of this scene here, guys, is an absolute masterpiece from our artist Jason Juronic, World of Art. Got to give him props, and we got to give him props on everywhere we can. This guy is incredible. So this is you again, guys. This is you after the sun goes down. I mean, this is really basically what happened to us after the launch and got attacked by bots, right? So this is Truman standing after defeating the bots, and now he stands on the edge of a new day, a new dawn, and absolutely breathtaking. We're going to have the downloadable white paper there for you guys again tomorrow. We'll have this set up for you guys once it's ready to go. Once we're launched, we'll have the easy instructions for you guys, as I said, and meet the team down here. We've got the start of our team. Again, like I said, guys, there are a couple dozen more people behind the scenes, incredible team members who are working hard for you guys 24/7. You'll see them around in the Telegram chat and other places. The last thing I want to mention real quick, you guys, get in there and subscribe now for our contests and news. We're going to have some really incredible contests. You'll see that also presented for you guys, and really get in there and be a part of TruBadger. So that's all I got for now. Did anybody else have anything else on the website that I missed? Beautiful. All right, guys. Thanks again for joining us. We will see you on the next AMA, and we'll see you out there in the Telegram and on social media.
Hey, Corey, just want to mention right now, I just did press the button to upload our video. So if you watched it here, or if you missed it, or even if, either one, we want you to go subscribe to our new YouTube channel, please, and give us some love on that video if you love it. And I think you will. Good night, everyone.